Hello, welcome. Today we're doing something different. We are streaming Wing Commander 1. Now, this is actually set up a certain way. Basically, what I did was I enabled cheat mode because one, I'm kind of lazy these days. Not always lazy, but this is one of the games that kind of get lazy on because my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be for this. Plus, the way it kind of aged badly. And two, this game actually has multiple branching paths, and in order to follow the canon route, what actually happened, or rather the way to get the good ending, you kind of have to because some of the missions are extremely difficult, even for people who are actually really good at it, just because how fucky it could actually act sometimes. So this is more like a casual demonstration of the story and all that. So basically, all I'm doing here is just using a cheat in order to show them maximum story. So disregard the score and everything. I'm just here to show off the story and all that. Now, Wing Commander 1 starts off has two expansion packs: the Secret Missions and Secret Missions 2. We will be going through all three campaigns. It is important to notice that Secret Missions is considered extremely hard, like the hardest of the three campaigns, just because there's almost no room for failure. If you fail a mission at all, you get sent straight to the losing path. There are two paths in Wing Commander. You got the winning path and you got the losing path. There's actually, I think, multiple ways. There are multiple ways to get back onto the winning path, but there is a certain point of no return, where if you fail, you are automatically sent to the end of the game. Rather, you're sent to the last mission, last series. And Secret Missions 1 and 2 have a much narrower path of to stay on if you do not want to lose the series. And these are three different campaigns. The first one is the main one, which is the Vega campaign, and you're fighting against the Kilrathi, giant space cats. And then you have the Secret Missions, which is going after a devastating Kilrathi super weapon. And then the Secret Missions 3 is fighting to stop the Kilrathi from invading a planetary system. And hello and welcome. Welcome to the latecomers. You're here as I explain the story and everything for each one. So we are starting off with Wing Commander 1. That sound is a little loud. Hold on. Okay, that should be a little bit better. That was way too loud. A lot louder than I thought it would be. Okay, I think it just loops on here until you manually progress it. Okay, so we'll just do that. Now the mouse is going to be kind of slow because this is a 1990 era game. So I may just have to use the keyboard moving around, I'm not sure. This is scripted, you're supposed to lose this. Now, here is the interesting part. This game provides something that I don't think many fight sims at the time did, which is a little bit of personalization. Mechanically speaking, the hero of Wing Commander 1 is actually two different ones. One is Christopher Blair, the codename Maverick, who later became the main, the definitive hero in Wing Commander 3 and 4, where he was played by Mark Hamill. Here, and there's also the one for the strategy guide, which was kind of a in-character narration of the game as it goes. It's basically shown. It's kind of interesting how they took the approach on that. There, the hero is called Carl Lafong, of a code name of Prankster. It was actually like presented like a memoirs, but with also strategy that was done in character. It was actually very, very interesting for how they did it. But here we will be playing as the canon hero Blair. So his call sign was in fact Maverick. And this is your squadron. These are all the pilots you can get at any time. Each system is, in fact, scripted to only have certain pilots assigned to you. You will never be able to change a pilot out at will or anything. And you're also assigned to a specific ship and pilot combo for each system. So in the beginning, you get you start off in the Inyo system with the Hornet Light Fighter. And more often than not, the chatter of your co-pilots, your wingmen, will actually give you strategy for the game. And these actually do have, there is actually worth it for new players to talk to these guys. And also, if you happen to be wondering, the Chris Roberts mentioned is in fact the same one who does Star Citizen. So it's a fucking wonder how he fucked that up, but managed to do Wing Commander just fine. And here's where you do all your saving and all that. This is me testing games, so you want to keep your save because, like I said at the start, it's really easy to get on a losing path. And unlike Wing Commander 1, Secret Missions and Secret Missions 2 do not offer very many opportunities to get back onto the winning path. So basically, the idea behind Wing Commander is basically World War II in space. And there are, a lot of things similar with Star Wars and all that. So there are different types. There's patrol, strikes, and I can't remember what else. Usually there's like patrol, strike, and escort. There's actually is some variation in here. So basically, you're starting off with other rookies and all that. here we are starting off in the Hornet Light Fighter. We have a Javelin Heat Seeker, a Dart Dumbfire as our missiles. We also have lasers as our guns. Now, as a reminder, I am using cheat codes in order to get through this quickly, because like I said, it is really easy to get on the losing path. Whoops. Oh, whoops. We're just going to go out and clean the spawn out. Now, normally since these are draw to you, go in and try to get them to basically get them vulnerable. From the remember correctly, from the sides they are really weak. And a lot of games just mostly go into autopilot back and forth, between waypoints. Now here in the asteroid field, normally you would stay around 250 clicks, and then and make sure you dodge and you keep moving and moving. Since we have invincibility on, we don't have to worry about this. But normally you would not do that. And reading chat, yes, this is neat animations. This is from 1990s tech we're looking at. So for the time, it was absolutely revolutionary, and it set the standard for a lot of flight sims at the time. Okay, so now we adjust our bearing and go to the next one. Asteroids and mines are probably the slowest parts of a Wing Commander play, because you have to go through them normally. If you are using an invincibility mode, you can just try to go to the edge of it and afterburner your way through. Now, something interesting to note about this is in Wing Commander 1 and 2. Sorry, the mouse is messing up. It's causing it to be picked up. Yeah, and as I was saying, the afterburner in Wing Commander 1 and 2 actually uses energy. In Wing Commander Privateer, it doesn't. Wait, no, sorry, it's the other way around. In Wing Commander 1 and 2, it uses fuel. In Wing Commander Privateer, it uses energy, which is a huge quality of life change. Now we keep on moving. The Hornet is one of the fastest ships you got, so you can put some serious distance in with afterburner on. Okay. So whenever you want to land, you first have to radio the ship, then call in for the landing, and then you move in, and it automatically does the rest. I think we lost our wingman somewhere, because they're not with us. Basically, just we're ignoring the kills and all that. Now, something interesting to note is if a wingman dies in Wing Commander 1 or the expansions, they're not mechanically dead. Okay, so I should explain that. Basically, they're assumed to have ejected, even though it says KIA. Okay, actually, hold on. I think I'm mixing it up. In Wing Commander 1, in the expansion, they are dead. They're KIA, killed in action. Now, what that means is, if you take a save from Wing Commander 1 and then go to secret missions, they are revived. So, canonically speaking, they don't actually die. Only one actually does canonically die during the events of Wing Commander 1, which incapacitates the expansions as well. Now, Wing Commander 2, your wingman cannot die unless it is part of the script. There are some instances where your wingman will die as part of the story, but otherwise they always eject and they're always rescued. So in Wing Commander 1, if you transfer a save between the expansions, they are automatically revived. Only one canonically dies in Wing Commander 1. And interestingly enough, some of these characters get a lot more important in Wing Commander 1, or not 1, but the Wing Commander 2 and the novels. They had I think 4 or 5 novels that bridged the events between games, as well as some that were just straight up retelling of game plots to a more canon approach to what would have happened. So we'll just save and keep moving. Now, in your system, it's interesting because there's only 2 missions here for the starting system. This is actually the first mission where if you fail it, you will go to a different path. You will be on the losing path. Meaning, if the Drayman here dies, then you are sent to the alternate system. So we're going to skip the animation for launching, since we've already seen it. Alright, get rid of the spawns. Okay, I gotta do some. I'm trying to get this mouse to quit, misbehaving. There's nothing wrong with the mouse. It's just, its interaction. It's really getting. You see how what I'm talking about? It gets like hypersensitive. So I'm trying to put it shit where it's just not interfering here. But I don't think it's gonna work. So just have to put up with it. So now you gotta make sure you do not let the spawns get near them. Now here you would normally wait, so do that. The Drayman can be a little bit slow. You wait for it to jump out. If you go too early, it's considered lost. You have to stay here and wait for it. Alright, so we're gonna burn our way through this. Again, normally you would not do this, but we have we have invincibility on, so we do not have to actually worry. And they'll make it quicker. In order to land, you have to, once again, you have to request landing, and you have to move towards the front. In Wing Commander 2, this is not much of a problem because it has a different landing system which allows you to approach from any angle. But here, you have to do it from the front because it's meant to mimic like actual real-life aircraft carriers. So this is how you know. This is generally what the cutscene you see every time you get a squadron reassignment, which means you're going to a different system. See? Now we got an upgraded medium fighter. Scimitars are actually the slowest, but they have some pretty decent firepower. And the system you're in also dictates what, and the system and the mission you're on will dictate what your wingmen in the bar say. This is also something to pay attention to because he's talking about future ships you get access to. The scimitar is much maligned. It is not in a universe. It is very hated as a ship by the pilots. So we are now in the McAuliffe system. And if I remember correctly, mission 3 was the one where if you fail it, then you go to the losing path. And we have mines in the system, which are incredibly annoying. Okay, with asteroids, if you hit one, you will be knocked around a bit due physics and such. You'll mess your screen up a bit. If you get hit by a mine, however, you will not have that, and you can end up getting chain hit by mines. Let's skip this. Okay, so music is gonna be. The music will keep playing if you don't watch out the full animation. Now, here we have mass drivers as our main guns. They hit harder than lasers, and we have like before javelin heat sinks and dart dumbfires. Go ahead and get rid of these. Now you see this, the scimitar is very slow compared to the Hornet. And we'll quickly go through here. And here are the mines. And unfortunately, you cannot blast them out. I don't think it's ever possible to actually destroy mines or asteroids. Well, no, you can't destroy asteroids, but it's like time consuming. It doesn't really do much. Let's see. Yeah, see? Okay, now we got another spawn. Ah, whoa. Man, this thing is just... Ah, damn. Okay, so this is like all over the place. I think it's because I... Ah, okay, so this is kind of all over the place. I tapped out for a second, so I think it might be... Alright, let me try something. Whoops. Ah, damn it. Okay, this thing's gonna be misbehaving. Okay. So I guess the game doesn't like tabbing out for a moment. Yeah, so can't really do that, I guess. It's a little bit sensitive. This is, using GOG's version of DOSBox, so. Alright, so. Now, these missions normally would go a little bit longer. This is the quick path. Now, here's an interesting subversion. Maniac actually becomes a major character in the Wing Commander series. And here he treats you like you've never seen before. But if you look at the storyline that was put inside the strategy guide, Maniac is actually your main rival. This is actually more aligned with the with a Wing Commander 2 and beyond, where Maniac becomes Blair's main rival. However, it's more like a friendly rivalry rather than trying to kill each other. And also, Maniac. Well, okay. So here's something interesting. The AI, what they called AI back in 1990, actually is reflective of the pilot assigned to them. Maniac tends to be much brattier and refusing to listen to orders and all that, whereas the other ones tend to be much more responsive to orders. And again, this is actually a very solid strategy for dealing with battleships. You want to take out the fighter escort, then go for the big ones. And in setting, Maniac is not liked. He is considered a high-risk pilot. And as the game goes on, this list actually changes to where your wingmen will actually increase their scores and all that. And generally speaking, the wingmen conversations will tell you exactly what you're about to go against before you go to the mission briefing. Like here, they talk about destroyers and everything, but here, now we got a potential destroyer contact. So. Alright, so they're cleaned out. Keep on moving. Alright, send him back to base. So we've mostly been blowing up lights in medium so far. This is a capital ship. Normally you would try to go around to the side. Because it has a bit of a blind spot around here. And since we have heat seekers, you switch them and then pop them from behind. See? And, you know, since we are able to get around top of it, combined with guns, it would drop them. Just like that. It's actually really easy to destroy capital ships in the original game. This has changed in Wing Commander 2 where you need to use torpedoes. Now, normally it would not be that particularly easy, but if you know, if it's just you and the destroyer, or rather you and a capital ship, yeah, then yes, it is that easy to drop one. But in a normal run, you would probably have used up missiles or two. Unless you are very good at shooting your guns. Gee, you think, Colonel? The fucking targeting computer told us that. So if you get earned, I'm not sure the metric they use to determine promotions and such, but if you do no good enough job, then this happens. You get a promotion. And medals keep coming in like crazy. Okay, now this is the mission where you can't fail. If you fail, you go to the losing path. So this is an important tip for dealing with Dralty. Basically, you gotta approach them from the sides if you can to pop them, because they have a blind spot. And now, okay, so Paladin's advice is actually very useful because if you go on the losing path, you go to Brimstone system, which means Maniac is your wingman. And also, this is actually important dialogue to take note of because of how Paladin factors into the Wing Commander story overall. You know, he does become much more important in Wing Commander 2 and 3. Okay, so this is something to talk about. This game actually has aces for the Kirati side. If you destroy the ace, that removes them from the game completely. Oops. I did not mean to too fast past that. Too fast past that, sadly. Okay, gotta wait for the music to end. Okay, so the aces are interesting because they're basically hero units of a certain fighters. There's only one per fighter class, so I think that makes 4 total. If you do not kill the ace during the course of the game, if you get to the Venice system, which is the last system on the winning path, They will appear during the final mission. That is, if you do not kill them before then. If you do kill them, you ain't gotta worry about them. As far as I know, it's possible to get all 4 aces before the final system, as long as you are on the winning path. And interestingly enough, aces are only in Wing Commander 1 and 2. They don't appear in the expansions. Get ready, spawns. Ooh! Did not mean to get near that. Okay, we got the Drayman in tow. Also, I probably should say, because this is one of those missions that is actually incredibly annoying. So, we'll get rid of him. So, basically, from what I remember, aces are actually kind of pretty much mini boss fights. If they're tougher than the normal version of their fighter, and depending on which one you're, because they can't just straight up ignore you and go for something else instead. So now we're in the Raptor class heavy fighter, which is faster than the Scimitar, but still it's not. I think it's like third fastest. But it's also probably the most. It's probably got the biggest damage potential because it uses the heaviest guns. And also, the game has cinematics in it. It basically gives you an insight on how the war effort is going for the campaign. If you fail to protect the transport against Burak, they'll all be slaughtered. And here it's telling you right now what he's giving you really good info. And yeah, do not try to play chicken with a Jalti. Those guys fucking hurt. See? Don't fuck with the Jaltis. Unfortunately, you cannot always assume that's going to happen, so you end up learning your tricks along the way. Yeah, we haven't saved in a while. Oh, we got... Okay, so we got hostiles right outside. Alright, clean the spawn out and I'll be able to talk about everything else. Okay. It does have a little bit of frame lag issues, unfortunately. So now we have different weapons here. We have the neutron gun, as well as the mass charger. Now, the rapier and the raptor, you can do full guns. It drains your blaster energy faster, but you do a lot more damage. Weapons, we have the heat sinker, the image recognition spiculum, as well as a pilum FF missile, which is friend or foe. And we can drop a porcupine. Those are kind of situational. But the raptor is a very strong fighter. Unfortunately, you do not get to use it very often in the games. It's probably one of the few things that can actually just straight up fight, slug it out with a jolty. Okay, they're gotten rid of. Now we gotta get close to a dinget, and we can. I'm glad to say it because I got a bad feeling that it's despite the music going off for success, it may not have because we were supposed to. I think we were supposed to escort it back. Let me see. Oh well, I was going to take a look at the nav map, but I think we were supposed to escort that back, or just maybe we were supposed to defend it. Yeah, we got the victory music. Also, the fucking killjoy here, saying 34%. And this is another promotion. It's pretty quick. If you manage to kill every single, kill Rocky between the start of the game and now, you can get the captain promotion very quickly. Now, the highest ranking you get in the game normally is Lieutenant Colonel. Mechanically, after Secret Missions 2, you reach Colonel, and then shit goes haywire. So this mission allows you to use the rapiers for the first time. They have an interesting setup there. They use lasers and neutrons, and they are basically a light fighter with better tanking than a medium or close to a heavy. Okay, skip past the animation. Alright, wait for the music to end so I can talk. Now, okay, so what we have here is, as you see, we have the neutron gun, full guns, and laser cannon. Weapon-wise, we have a friend of fire, darts, and spiculum. Now, you hit crap, I can't remember the system's name. I think it's considered System 9. It's the last one on the winning path before the in-game system for winning. When you have Boss Man as your wingman, you are assigned to rapiers. Oh, I think it's actually Kurosawa system, I think is what they call it. Yes. It's been a while, but I can't remember eventually. Yeah, for Venice and Kurosawa systems, you are assigned to rapiers. Generally speaking, the in-game missions for a Wing Commander 1 in expansions will be done inside a rapier. In Wing Commander 2, however, it's a little bit different. It's usually depending on what the plot says. Now, these guys, you know, the Rapier is probably the most agile fighter in the entire Wing Commander 1, you know, series. It's very, very good at its job. And also, it says, you know, here they treat it as a light fighter, but I think it's actually a medium fighter, you know, mechanically. It does not fight like a light fighter at all. And, you know, every single time you come back to end the mission, you have to do the same thing over and over. Request landing, and then land. Also, yeah, that was the Grata, which is the other type of Kilrati fighter you can fight. Okay, here we are against another Kilrati ace, Dakaf Deathstroke. And here is tactics. Dakaf will try to get behind you if you're not paying attention. And we need to make a save because we are. I think America. This actually is the deciding mission on whether you stay in the winning path. Need to know he's here. We're gonna kill him. That's what we're gonna fucking do. Okay, we'll just get rid of these guys. There. Now, interestingly enough, while the Kirati have generic portraits here, in the manual for Wing Commander, they actually have custom portraits there. So that's actually kind of interesting. And Dagcalf is one of the more annoying fighters, if I remember correctly. You know, each Karate Ace has basically a second life, to where you can destroy them, and then you have to destroy them. You know, keep going again in order to take them down. And seeing with the seeing with them, you know, saying you will not put me in the in that vacuum. The hell did I got a gold star? I kind of wasn't paying attention. And here we have another cutscene indicating our success. Now, here's something interesting. If you fail at that point, and you know, Terrans lose Brimstone system, you'll see a Karate Patrol come up and shoot the commandos. They kind of weren't paying, you know, pulling punches back then either. Also, Maniac has a fucking ego problem. He's also fucking delusional. So we're now in the Dakota system. If I remember correctly, the failure condition was to not allow the medical transports through. So yeah, you gotta protect that one. Okay, we'll clean them out as usual. Now, with a transport mission, you know, escort transport, you do not try to lead them transport. You want to, you know, draw them off and draw them onto you. Kind of like, you know, like if you're tanking in the MMO or something, you get the lighter stuff off the off your party. Now, with missions that require you to see them jump out, you do not, you know, exit the area until they actually do it. like earlier, because sometimes it gets, if you leave before they officially jump, it's considered lost. Look, reading chat. No, this is not being run on an emulator. This is actually the version on GOG. This is actually the one I bought from GOG years ago. Whoa! Here we go again. Things all over the place. It does not like tapping out at all. Why? I do not understand why it's so bitchy about that. But yes, this is the version bought on GOG. Officially it's called the Karate Saga Edition. And we'll get lined up correctly. Doesn't actually matter the angle you approach if you're upside down or not. It just matters that you approach from the front. But it's like doing it properly. Oh shit! Okay, so that's why. Yeah. Yeah, promotion, but we failed, so we are gonna replay. I think how far back do we go? I think I saved at the wrong spot, but that is why you save constantly, because it does happen. Yeah, okay, good. We saved. Yeah, that is the mission failure. The losing path of failure mission. So yeah, do not do that. Don't do what I just did. Do not let those jolty get anywhere near them. If I'm correct, this is actually one of the harder missions in order to stay the winning path on, just because of what you're against. Those jolty do not fuck around. So again, we'll get rid of them. And we wait for the jump, then we get over to the other one. Just like before, we wait. Alright, so we wait for the Draymond to jump in. And there it is, this time we have it. So that's part of the mistake I made before, was joining a little too early. You want to stay on the winning path as long as possible, because it is very, if you get to a certain system, if you lose there, you automatically get sent to the end of the game, as I said at the start. With the secret missions, it gets much harder to stay on the winning path. And apparently he changed his fucking position for no reason at all. Like, that's an old glitch I don't think they ever knew about or never fixed. Because he just changed his position randomly, and I think it was meant to be Knight saying that. They created Halcyon for some reason. Now, regardless of your performance here, you do get the promotion. Just from killing furballs. The memory correctly, Jalti could be dropped quickly from one or two missiles from behind. It's just a problem with actually getting there. Alright, clean these guys out, keep moving. So, interesting little note about this. If I remember correctly, Grotto were considered fighter bombers, which is not something that's actually explored much in the original Wing Commander and its expansions. However, in Wing Commander 2, the role of a fighter bomber becomes much more important, because bombers are the only thing that can actually deal with capital ships in the Wing Commander 2 setting. There we go, clean them out. Oh! Wait, I think we're... Okay, so I think we're actually I see an orange blip, which means capital ship. Yep, we're Lari. Yeah, bye-bye. Wait, is there another one? Oh, no. So clean them out, keep moving. Now, in theory, you can't actually, instead of autopilot, you can't actually just manually fly back. When you don't have autopilot available from battle damage, then you actually manually fly back. And I don't actually know how long it takes to go from point A to B with just going at max speed. It doesn't feel long. The autopilot is more of a convenience at that point. Gave us some trouble. Yeah, right. And another medal ceremony. Okay, so we got Backtosh, and he is kind of the strongest one because he's an Ajolti. Okay, time to make sure to save. I think we are at the point of where we are not going to be going to the losing path because we saved the Draymond in the first one. Okay, except for Inyo's system, each system has 3 missions per system. With the final one of Venice or Hell's Kitchen having 4. Alright, so then back to base so I don't have to keep seeing this spam. And again, we'll clean out the spawns. Now, with a dork here, normally you just want to go from behind and just, plink away at them, just pew pew. Because like capital ships, they have very weak rear armor and shields. Here, I'll demonstrate. Well, see, they go down extremely quickly, much faster than any other capital ship. Also, Backtosh is a massive fucking prick. And since we hear victory music, we've got that done. And now we're in the Kurosawa system because like I said at the start, you're assigned a specific combo of pilot and ship per system. Go ahead and skip that. And we have a cutscene indicating our progress. Damn. Sam sounds like a fucking Command & Conquer in there. Oh, there we go. So I hit her by accident. Alright. Okay, so this system is actually one of the hardest ones to get to stay on the winning path in, just because it's so damn obnoxious. There's a mission here where you have to protect a destroyer, and it's extremely easy for the enemy to ignore you and pop it, because you come in on a very bad situation. So hopefully, this is one you're gonna need to save on. I'm pretty sure I think if I remember correctly, it's like mission number 2. It could actually be mission 3. You know, will save before each one, just to be safe, because it is the mission where shit can go foul quickly. And we're back in the familiar rapier. Alright, get in there, clean them out. Normally you would be, drawing these guys off and picking them off one by one, then going after the Dorkier once it's unguarded. Here we don't have to worry about that. Guess those fighters are all the way out. If you go too fast, you can end up having that happen. So something interesting about what Spirit is saying here is how they will not be defeated unless on their own territory. This is actually true because in Wing Commander 3, the deciding battle was done on Kilraw. Again, this was pretty much, it was, okay, so I should explain. Roberts has actually said in the past that, Wing Commander 1 was basically World War II in space, where the entire franchise was World War II in space. In the way Wing Commander 3 ends is very analogous to how World War II actually ended. Okay, this is the mission that's the deciding mission on whether or not you stay on the winning path. If you fail this mission, then you go to the Rostov system, which gives you another shot at clearing it to stay on the winning path and go to Venice. Now, this is actually a mission that is extremely hard just because of what happens. You know, when you get to the Relari, there's a shitload of fires already out there, and they have a very high tendency just to ignore you and take it out. So clean these guys up, keep moving. Now, that's what I was saying earlier about asteroids. It can, you know, completely disrupt your positioning and all that. There we go. Now, that's what I was talking about, because they sent in Gratos, and as I said a few minutes ago, Gratos are the fighter bombers of Wing Commander 1. They hit fucking hard. And here we saved it because we were able to destroy them. But it's actually very hard. This is actually probably the hardest mission in all of Wing Commander 1. That does not count some of the hard missions in the secret missions 1 and 2. Woo. Admittedly, Wing Commander, Secret Missions 2 was supposed to be downgraded in difficulty because of how fucking hard Secret Missions 1 was. So, a recurring thing here is the karate keep doing fucking war crimes. So you don't really learn anything, anything interesting here for strategy, other than, Hunter is going to be your next wingman. Now, if you stay on the winning path, it's actually possible to play the entire game and never have Maniac or Iceman as your wingman. So Exeter are destroyer classes. Or actually, I really don't like how the music will autoplay even if you try to, if you skip the animation. Exiters. Oh. There. Oh. There, clean these guys out. So, as I was trying to say, I think these are not actually destroyers, but they're more corvettes. Although they do have the destroyer profile, but I think later that kind of profile ends up becoming more of a corvette. Or rather, that model gets associated with more corvettes, and they end up just changing it around for destroyers. Okay, trying to... There we go. There we go. And another cutscene. If you fail here, you see the Kilrati enslaving the Mopokes and killing the humans present. And here we are in the Venice system, which is the last series. Now, it is actually impossible if you reach the in-game system. As far as I know, it's actually impossible to fail it because you're automatically guaranteed to win. I believe that is the case. And here we get Kaja the Fang. So if I remember correctly, you cannot get higher than Major in Wing Commander 1 in the Vega campaign, but you can get Lieutenant Colonel in Secret Missions or Secret Missions 2. Mechanically, you do go to Colonel, as I said earlier. Engage everything up to a I'm gonna kill everything, okay? Plain and simple. Killing a bunch of space cats today. Pew pew! Gotta go fast. And we are... See, this is what I was saying earlier with asteroids. Even with invisibility on, you still have this problem. And you're still annoying. Oh ho ho. And that's the last ace. Oh, there's more of them. Cleaned out. I think at this point we've killed more cats than PETA. Yeah, I would apologize for that bad joke, but fuck PETA. You know, this is unfortunately a flaw of the original game, where you had to go all the way from the front every time. Wing Commander 2 and 3 and Beyond fixes this, where you don't have to do that. So this tells you an important tip for dealing with capital ships. Always go from behind. Now, if I remember correctly, if you don't have the if there are actually aces you missed, Shot Glass here will tell you about them. But we've killed all 4 of them, so we don't have that problem. So this, I think, if you're staying on the winning path, this is actually the first time you see a Frailty. A Frailty can be seen earlier if you go on the losing path, though, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we'll get through this asteroid field. Now, something to take note is you see 3 blue blips on the screen, which indicate 3 friendly allies nearby. This will be important in a moment. Okay, so interesting. Okay, never mind it. Now, sometimes one of the secondary rapiers will be dead, and there'd be no reason why. This is actually, I think, it's actually a weird bug that's actually referenced in the story version of the strategy guide. There, it mentions that the one of the pilots that helps the protagonist, crashed into the Frothy. But so it's a weird bug that's given acknowledgement that way. Okay, this is another weird bug. Okay, so I was wondering if that would happen or not. Yeah, there's 2 different bugs of this mission. One is where when the friendly rapiers dies regardless of whatever you do, and the other bug is where no matter what you do, the Frothy is always considered to have gotten away, even with victory music and everything playing. I don't know how to get past that bug, so it's something that happens, but since you are in the last system on the winning path, it does not actually matter. And this is the last mission. So this gives you a hint that there are going to be a lot of mines, and you can try to bait them in, but it's really, really risky. And as you can see, your co-pilots have been, getting kills. And there are 17 missions on the winning path. Play the game. Okay, it's actually third to last mission. My bad. So yeah, it does not actually matter because we are in a no loss scenario in terms of story. Gotta go fast! So, Jolty versus a fucking rapier is like very tough, normally. So, you don't have the shields and armor you do of a scimitar or a raptor. And they are scary! rid of that destroyer. Whoa! Here we go again. I clean these guys out. So that's something that is something I've never actually understood about the plot. How two fighters can conceivably take down a fucking strike carrier like the Bengal. You know, a Tiger's Claw. There. Yep, and we are here at the final mission, finally. See? Okay, so it's actually Angel who tells you about them. So that's been a long time since I had to do that. So it's actually Angel who tells you about them, about any remaining aces. Alright, as usual, just all ass. Now it says missiles are the only thing to destroy those. American guns actually are useful. It just takes a long time, so I'll take a look at it. Guerrillas on the way. Now, given the way this is set up, if I remember correctly, if you have not killed certain aces, they'll come in on their appropriate wave. There's multiple waves here. We got Grata first, and then you have get him. Yeah. Now we have the salty wave. And this is, I can pull them up, the Jalty wave. And that's the last one of them. Yeah, okay, see, it says, you know, you can't, you know, it doesn't take too long, but you know, they do damage just fine. Fire everything you got on it, and it still won't be enough. So you do need to use guns to bring it down. It's just as simple as that. Of course, this is a non-normal playthrough, so you want to run away to recharge your weapons. Otherwise, you're just pew-pewing for nothing. Yeah, and a few volleys will drop it once you have your missiles out. So, just ignore what he says about guns. They do work here. See, that's what confuses me about the Tiger Claw struggling against a couple fires. They have fucking Star Wars turbo lasers running around there, man. They could have just shot those guys down when take a shit or something. All right, so when you hit you complete the last mission of a series in the original game, you get this victory screen. And it takes you back to the start. Now, something interesting to note is that the Medal of Valor is always given. You can never actually have a save game with it, except in secret missions too, where if you are on the winning path, there's a mission, I think 2 or 3 before the final one, where if your performance is high enough, you can have the Medal of Valor and actually end the game with it on an active character. Rather, you can save the game with it earned. Normally, you cannot do that, so it's actually an interesting little thing. It's the only occasion that you can do that. In Wing Commander 2 and beyond, there's no medals or anything. So it's completely irrelevant. Anyway, that is it for the Vega campaign, and next time we will be doing secret missions 1 and 2. At least 1. That depends on how long it takes. Because if it takes a significant amount of time, it'd be better to do secret missions 2 as its own stuff. Anyway, see you next time, and thanks for watching.